Hi, this is Charlie from Vintage Speed. In this video, we're going to show you how to install our new uh, adjustable jets for the Holley 94 and the Stromberg 97. We're going to start out here with the Holley 94. The way our adjustable jet works, it works just like your sink faucet. Clockwise turns the needle in against the jet and shuts the fuel off. Counterclockwise richens the circuit. So the first thing you want to remember with our adjustable jets is you want to put the largest jet size in that you think you might need. It doesn't hurt to go quite a bit bigger because the way the needle taper is, it'll still shut the fuel off. The 94 comes with a 59 or a 60 jet in it, which is generally as big as you're ever going to need on this carburetor. So you can turn it down from there. Okay, after you install your jet in the bowl, just go ahead and tighten your jet down. Your adjustable jet is composed of these pieces. It has a stainless steel needle. These are all CNC'd parts. It has the brass body. It has the nylon washer. It has the O-ring, the stainless steel washer, and the stainless steel nut. Now, we designed this adjustable jet ourselves, and we find that they work, and I've sold hundreds of sets of them, and the guys like it. It makes it nice because you don't have to keep fiddling with jet sizes. You just put the large jet in, install the adjustable jet, and then you go ahead and turn it down to where you want to cut your fuel down to. Okay, the way we do this is you want to be careful with that needle. So what I do is you want to back this off so that the needle's not touching anything, and you go ahead and put your washer on and screw your jet well plug in. And generally, before I tighten that down, what I'll do is I'll bring the needle in and make sure the needle's centering on the jet. And you can tell when it's centered because it'll screw on in like that, and you can screw it about halfway back out. And the needle should never come completely out of the jet, so it stays in there. Okay, once you get that in, then you can go ahead and lock down your jet well plug, snug it down tight. Okay, now the 94, to do your adjustment, what you do is you always want to make sure this nut, the washer, and the Boona rubber O-ring is backed off. Our adjustable jet uses this O-ring, which goes against a chamfered area here that seals off so your fuel don't leak out around your needle. Okay, now the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take your 1/4-inch wrench and you're going to go ahead and screw your needle in until it touches. You don't want to screw it in tight, you just want to screw it in just to where it touches. Okay, once it touches, here's the way I find the easiest way to do it. I take just a magic marker, and I'll make me a mark right there. Okay. All this is a reference point, so you know where you're at. Okay. Once it's screwed into that point, if you want to go back to the stock jet size, you need to come back one full revolution, right back one full revolution, and that'll take you back to the stock jet size. Okay. Then, as you can see, this nut squeezes down on this O-ring. So what you do then is you take your 3/8 wrench and you go ahead and snug the nut down to seal that off. It tightens the O-ring down, pushes it down in the spot that is machined out so that the O-ring fits down in it, and that presses the O-ring against the threads and seals it off so you don't get leakage here. Okay, now you're back at the stock jet size. So you do the same thing to the other one. That's the point of making the mark, so both sides are the same. Put your jet in, put your adjustable jet in, tighten it down until it's snug, make your mark on it so you can see, put your wrench on it, and open it up one turn. Okay, at that point, you can start your car, and if you're running rich, you take your 3/8 wrench and you loosen this nut, and you only have to loosen it about a turn. You want to take the pressure off that O-ring, and the reason for that is if you don't take the pressure off the O-ring, when you go to turn your needle, you'll cut the O-ring and it'll cause it to leak. I do give you extra O-rings in the kit, and the sealing washers and everything come with it. Okay, so say we want to lean our car out a little bit, I usually go about 1/4 of a turn at a time. Whatever you do to this side, do the same thing to that side, and you've got this reference mark so you can tell you're putting them. So you got 1/4 of a turn here, 1/4 of a turn here in. If everything cleans up and you're running just like you want it, then all you do is take your 3/8 wrench, snug your O-ring back down, and you're done. Anytime you adjust the jet, always make sure that you back off the nut on the O-ring. If you don't, what'll happen is the threads on that needle will tear the inside out of the O-ring. I gave you an extra couple O-rings in case you tear one, but if you follow that procedure, you won't. So there's your adjustable jet, and this is what it looks like. It actually protrudes right into the jet on the Holley 94. It makes it very nice for adjusting them. Okay, these also come with complete instructions to show you how to do it and how to set it. Okay, now we're going to go to the Stromberg 97. The Stromberg 97, you got your emulsion tube in, and you've put your jet in, and you've got your jet snugged down against your tube. Okay, we're going to assume the jet's in there. The way this works, it works the same way. The needle goes actually into the jet, clockwise to lean, counterclockwise to richen. Just remember, it works just like a faucet if you're shutting the faucet off. So clockwise shuts the fuel off, counterclockwise opens the fuel up. Now, on this, what you want to do, you want to back this nut off, it's finger tight, and you want to make sure that this is screwed back. And the reason you want to do that is when you're putting your adjustable jet in, now we've assumed that our jet's already in the hole, you don't want that needle to bottom out against the jet and bend your needle. So make sure this is backed off. This replaces your jet well plug. You put it in, snug that down. Okay, we do the same procedure on this. We tighten this down, and you can just hold this if you need to and tighten it down till it touches. Okay, we do the same thing here. Put your mark on there so you can tell. If you're doing it from the side, you can put the mark on the side. Okay, snugged it down. This one uses a 5/16 head. Do the same thing. Once it's snugged down, come back 1 full turn. Okay, and then this nut, this pressure nut has a brass washer inside, and it has the O-ring in it. So what you do is you make sure that this stays put, and you go ahead and tighten your nut down. Okay, this nut can generally just be tightened down by hand, and it'll bottom out. Once it bottoms out, that's tight enough. Okay, same thing on the procedure. You got both of them set back to the stock jet size. This kit comes with a 48 jet, which is generally about as big as you're going to use. If you need something that's a little richer, you can ream out your jet a little bit. It doesn't really matter the size you ream it out to, because the needle is going to adjust it. So if you ream your jet out to, say, a 50 or a 52 or a 55, that's fine too. Okay, then this nut's snugged down, and there's your adjustable jet installed. Do the same thing on the other side. These are designed so the carburetors could be real close together, the jet don't get in the way. And I'd like to say that I invented this. I didn't. I did design this one. The Stromberg jet was actually, Vic Eldebrock had those in an late 40s, early 50s catalog. He had them, but they never worked out good. What we did is we improved the design on it. He used to use, in lieu of an O-ring, he had a piece of cork that came on there, and the problem with the cork is every time you went to adjust the jet, you tore the cork, and the things had a notorious for leaking, so they weren't real popular. We just took the idea and redesigned the adjustable jet so that it works, and we don't have any problems with leaks. Once you tighten it down, it solves your leakage problem. So then you can go, if you're running too rich, just back your nut off by hand. You make your mark on your thing wherever your mark is, turn it in a quarter of a turn at a time until you get your, whatever you do to the right side, do it to the left side. And if you have sometimes these can be adjusted so that you can get your exhaust temperatures just right. Sometimes due to the manifold design, maybe one side of the way the carburetor or the manifolds induct in the fuel, you can get your exhaust temperatures just right just by fooling with your adjustable jets. You can richen up a side or lean up a side, and you can get all your exhaust temperatures right within the same range. It's a great idea. They work good. If you're starting out and you don't know where your jets are going to be, it's a good idea to have adjustable jets, because it just saves a lot of work. You don't have to take the carburetor apart or anything. You've got your adjustable jet in, you can do your adjustment there. If you need any of these can be ordered off our catalog. They're $39 for a pair. That pair of jets comes with the jets, the adjustable jets, the main jets. It comes with extra washers and seals and the sealing washers, everything you need, and an instruction sheet that tells you how to do it. You can reach us at 772-778-0809, or you can order these off our catalog under the Stromberg parts or the Holley parts, and it's www.vintagespeed.com. Thank you.